All right, we are here at the entrance to the World of Wheels here, and immediately when you walk in here, you see this car, and it is a beautiful car, and it's a local car. I'm here with Billy. He's one of the guys that actually created this beautiful custom hot rod. Tell us what year this hot rod is.
It's a 1934 Ford.
34 Ford. Engine type?
Chevy 350 small block.
That's funny. How long did it take you to build this car?
This build took my brother and I about 9 years to complete.
Okay, 9 years. And paint job, what do you have on this? It's a beautiful orange.
It's actually from House of Color. It's called Tangelo Pearl, and what's involved is a three-stage paint where we have a white ground coat, we have a translucent orange pearl coat, and then we have clear coat on top of that.
That is beautiful. And then you nicknamed it Aftershock. Any background to that?
Actually, my brother came up with that name. I'm not sure exactly why he came up with that.
Hey, it fits the build though, but a beautiful car, man. I love it. And you are local. You said where you out of?
Yeah, we built this in my brother's two-car garage in Saugus, Mass.
That is beautiful. So we'll see this around here somewhere?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Billy, thank you so much for the interview. I love it.
Nice meeting you.
All right, guys, we are here at the Town Fair Tire World of Wheels. It's the 40th anniversary, and I'm here with the man that put the whole show on, Rick Finnemore. Thank you for having us down here. It is a great show.
My pleasure. You guys do a great job every year for us. We're happy to have you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. 2014, 40th anniversary. What do we have for cars here today?
We have a really well diversified field of cars. We have, some of the local hot rods as well as some of the traveling circuit cars from all over the country that run for points in this series. We have many customs, we have imports, we have motorcycles, we have probably one of the best displays of motorcycles we've had in probably 5 years. The show's probably 25% motorcycles, and they really brought out the heavy equipment today.
Yeah, there's some really nice motorcycles here. There's a car over there that I just saw in Hemmings a couple of days ago that was going to actually debut here, and he's from Canada. Want to give us a little information about that I thought was a Chrysler Newport or New York or something like that?
What we have is a fellow out of Nova Scotia. Mm-hmm. He put together this concoction, which kind of, reminds me of the old Diora. What he did was he took a 63 Chrysler Newport and gutted the complete car out, if you will. Yeah. Took of all things, an 74 Oldsmobile Cutlass roof.
Yeah.
Attached it to the car. Yep. It's powered by a 500 Cadillac transaxle. It's quite a concoction, unbelievable innovation and fabrication, and he's out of Nova Scotia. He was good enough to bring the vehicle for us.
Yeah, and that was only a couple of weeks before that. You saw it in primer, basically. Now, as far as your involvement with the World of Wheels, when did you start doing all this?
Okay, I showed a vehicle at the World of Wheels. Well, I first started out as a spectator as a boy, 5, 6 years old, coming to the show. Got bit by the bug, if you will. Yep. And I showed my first vehicle back in the 70s at the first annual show.
Wow, cool. Yep.
I showed motorcycles, cars, actually pickup trucks, and became a judge. They noticed my talents, made me a judge. I judged on a local level, which basically I just stayed in the Boston area and judged the show every year as it returned to the city. Then they promoted me to an ISCA official, which allowed me to start traveling around city to city and judging all these beautiful cars. I've judged the Detroit Riddler 5 times personally. I've done many, many shows for the series. Then they came to me after Dick Royer retired and asked me if I would run the show and be the show chairman, which I gladly accepted, and I've been on board 4 years now.
That is awesome. What is the highlight that you like so far have you seen the show? I mean, I know you like all different types of cars. But
I mean, there's so many to choose from.
Right.
I mean, I'm a fan of all cars, like you had just said. But I got to be honest with you, there's something for everybody. Any type of vehicle that you like. I mean, if it's 4 wheels and an engine, it's gear driven, I'm in.
Yeah, okay.
I'm all in. But, as you said, there's something here for everybody. And my favorite thing, if I could take one car home, it would be all of them.
That would be one hell of a trailer to put them on.
Absolutely.
Oh, Rick, I know you got a lot of things to do, and I know we'd rather be seeing cars instead of sitting here chit-chatting behind a couple of T-shirts. So, Rick, thank you again for having us down here.
Thanks
and
a
look
lot.
forward to many other projects with you.
I really appreciate it, and believe me when I say it, you guys run a class operation, and I like seeing you here every year.
Great, thank you. We love being here. Thank you, man. This is a brand new car that this guy has made. Tell me, 2 weeks ago this car was
2 weeks ago this car was totally stock. I've only had the car for about 7 months or so.
Yeah.
Totally stock white Scion FRS, and in 2 weeks we changed it into a complete show car.
So this is white?
This is white.
Totally white?
Totally white, totally stock. No work done on it at all.
Okay, so now what color is this?
This is called House of Color Pagan Gold.
Yeah.
A lot of custom ice flake on it. A lot of custom hand-done airbrushing.
Yeah.
It actually continues right into the door jambs, which is the best part about it.
Which is really cool, yeah.
A lot of good body work done to this car.
Yeah. Interior-wise, what else did you do to it?
Yeah, we got carbon fiber bucket seats inside by NRG with a full harness bar system. Everything is wrapped in carbon fiber as well. So we're with the whole kind of carbon fiber theme to give it a two-tone look.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's mostly the aesthetics of the outside that kind of separate it from the rest of the cars in the scene.
Right, yeah.
Got some trunk work done as well, so it's come a long way in a very short amount of time.
Yeah. And the carbon fiber themes everywhere. You got the
Yeah,
hood, you got it everywhere.
We got the hood, we got the roof. They only made a couple of these roofs in the entire world.
Oh,
We
really?
got the
Okay.
trunk as well, the whole lip kit, and also one of the only cars that has carbon fiber in all the engine bay made by Password JDM. So awesome stuff all around.
That's cool. Now, engine-wise, did you do anything in the engine?
Just the intake header and exhaust, TRD. Otherwise, my plan is to get a Greddy turbo kit for this, hopefully after the show. My pockets are a little tight, as you see. But-
Anybody's would, yeah. That's
We
insane.
got some strut bars and crossbars in there by Password JDM as well. More for the suspension. We got a custom coilover system by K-Sport. A lot of camber work done in the back there.
Yeah, you can. This
Custom
thing is,
brakes.
yeah, it's
we
really
tried
cool.
to do as much as we could with the small amount of time that we
Yeah.
had. So
All right, so this is your brand new baby that you
Yep.
just debuted here.
Yep.
You have another car here. What is
I
that?
do. I have a 2005 Scion XA that I've had for almost 10 years now.
All right, so you got this as your other baby. What
I
is
do.
this? I've seen this around before,
So
dude.
this is a 2005 Scion XA. This was my first car that I started building almost 10 years ago.
Yep.
It's gone through 3 different paint schemes, the latest one being this Tiffany Blue Pearl.
Yeah.
Also done by FCR Inc. in Weymouth. They do awesome work, just like the gold car we saw there. Probably the best body shop in Boston. I mean, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see why. All the audio work done by High End Customs in Malden, another great shop that I use for all my work.
Yeah.
This car has transformed a million times. This is a current setup that I'm going to leave because I can't keep putting money into this car. This car actually went to SEMA in Las Vegas this past November
Okay.
and won a really huge award by Performance Auto and Sound magazine.
There you go.
And as a
Congratulations, man.
result- Thank you,
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks.
that. And as a result, we did get the cover on PASMAC. It's on newsstands now. Please go buy it at Barnes & Noble or Walmart.
There you go.
We got an awesome feature in there. But this car is kind of what started it all for me. I
Yeah.
met some awesome people, awesome companies as a result. And it really transformed myself and my car club to get to that next elite level.
Yeah.
And now we're going to continue that with the FRS that we saw over there. So full Memphis audio system in there, air suspension, rear seat delete as you can see here.
Yeah, there's no seat back there. It's just
Yeah.
all audio.
Yeah, this is all audio. A lot of body work done to this guy as well. This was bone stock in 2005, so it's come a
Just-
long way.
Yeah, I could see that, man. And I've seen you around at a bunch of different car shows too.
Yeah.
So it's something you get around in.
I do. I specifically take all weekends off in the spring and summertime. I try to make it to as many shows. Vegas is the best show I've ever been to. SEMA, hands down. I go to all the shows in New England. We're gonna hit New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. I don't know how I'm gonna get both of the cars there, but I'll make it happen. So it's a lot
Somehow,
of fun,
some way, man. Yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, no. You want to talk a little bit about the club?
Yeah, absolutely. So Team ECR, we're a Boston area car club, the #1 car club in Boston.
Yeah.
This is just a small sample of the cars that we have here at World of Wheels. Doing like a Casino Vegas theme here, as you can see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we like to not just show off our cars. We like to give back to the community. We do a lot of community events. We help out a lot of different charities around the Boston area. So we're not just about showing off our cars, but we're also trying to make it seem as if we're part of the community that helped us get us to where we are. So, located out of Lawrence, Mass. We have members all over New England. So.
Yeah, and like I said before, you have been everywhere, and I've seen this car in a bunch of places. And I'm sure that I'm going to see the FRS.
Yeah, it's a
in a couple of
lifestyle,
places.
man.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. It's awesome.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, thank you for the
Thank you
interview.
so
and
much.
It's been a
Absolutely.
pleasure seeing these beautiful cars. Thank you.
Man. Appreciate it.
saw this the other night on Hemmings, and they said it was debuting here, and I looked at it. I had no idea what this was, and I still don't know what it is. Could you tell me a little bit about this car?
All right, from the tail light to the headlight is a 62 Chrysler body. It was a 4-door that was junked and was given to me.
Okay.
And the roof is off a 74 Cutlass S.
Okay.
What I've done is chopped it off and I've mounted it on the front fenders.
No kidding.
Okay?
Yeah.
Sticking with me?
Yeah, following. Yeah, okay.
So what I've done then is I took a 500 Cadillac front-wheel drive engine. I've placed it in the back. So what happens is you get a hatch door in the front. You get in from the front. You drive it that way, and the motor's in the back. What I've done is I took a front-wheel drive engine and pushed it all the way to the back, and it still drives forward.
Are you kidding me? That is just insane. And like I said, I was reading about it.
Yeah.
This was in Primer a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Took 6 months to build it. I work fast. I know what I'm doing. I have confidence in what I do, so it don't take long to get something done. How's that?
That's amazing. And where are you out of?
I'm out of Canada, Nova Scotia, and I've been there all my life.
It's a beautiful car. Is this something, have you done other cars, or is this the first one? Or?
I do restoration work for other people,
Okay.
and I like to build a custom car for myself every year, or try to build a custom. That's what I like to do, and so this is one for this year. This is my 5th car, my 5th year doing it,
Yeah.
and I really enjoy it. I get people like you wanting to talk to me. It's
Yeah,
cool.
no, I mean, seriously, I saw that, and I'm like, we just saw a couple of people walk by, and they're like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
And I think, is that what you were kind of going for? Just totally one-off custom?
Yeah, I want to be myself, right? I'm making a statement.
This is an original car. I've never seen anything like this. I mean,
I just wanted to make a car what I had, and this is what I had, and this is what I put together.
well, man, this is a beautiful car. Thank you so much for showing us this car. It was a pleasure meeting you, too. I love it. Beautiful
very
car.
much.
Thanks. Can you pop the hood, the trunk or anything? Is that possible?
I probably could.
could? All right.
We'll see what happens.
All right, thanks. This is cool. 500 big block caddy. That is insane. All right, we're here with Greg, and he brought one heck of a truck. When you see it, I can't even explain it. Tell me a little bit about this truck.
Yeah, I found it. The guy that I bought it off of, he stripped the paint off like 30 years ago.
Okay.
He was going to restore it, but he never got around to it. He put it on eBay, and when I saw it, I said, for some reason, I like it still rusty.
Yeah.
So we decided whatever we do, we're never going to paint it, but we just put on things that complemented rust, like copper, brass, and cowhide.
Yeah.
So
A wonderful combination that actually works beautifully with this truck. So everything's all rusty, everything's copper, and it's a lot of metal work going into this. It just looks like it's rough and ready to go.
yeah. Well, this is actually our shop truck. We drive it practically every day.
Oh, no kidding.
Usually in the winter when there's salt on the roads, we put it away. But like this show, we drove it here from Jersey. 2 weeks ago, we were out in Detroit at the Detroit Autorama. We drove it out there.
Wow.
Visited some customers on the way.
Uh-huh.
But it's actually a fun vehicle to drive. It has a modern suspension.
Okay.
You know, a Mustang 2 front end, a 4-link rear, and an upgraded motor. So
Yeah.
it goes down the road great.
What kind of motor's in here?
It's warmed over 350, so it's a 383 stroker.
Okay.
It's about 440 horse.
Yeah.
So it's got some get up and go.
Yeah, and it's got the looks. You get up and go. Now, in the back, you got a bike back there. Was that something you just found? It also kind of like in need of a repair?
No, actually, we bought the bike before the truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just happen to have it, and sometimes for car shows, we put the bike in it.
And it fits very well with the whole look of the truck. Inside, what have you done? Is it some really cool trick things?
Let's take a look inside.
Look at
One
this.
thing, I actually made a mold of my arm.
That's your
and
arm.
Then made a bronze casting of it. So feel that thing.
Oh, wow. That is very
So in
freaky.
case somebody didn't know what it was, we
Yeah, how you doing?
made it say armrest.
That
But
is
it's a cup holder armrest.
Yeah.
and we can tell what time it is.
So you can actually, yeah. So it's modern convenience here. That is just that is trick. So this whole interior is just, it's got so much going on in here too.
It's all the inside is all copper and brass flooring,
Oh my God.
just Indian blankets.
Yep.
But it's all simple. You know,
Very simple, but again, this all works together to make one heck of a beautiful truck, man. This is just very nice. And you got the old the bottle openers. You got a is that a model of your hand too?
Yeah.
Ah, geez, that's scary, but
This friend of mine gave me. They're all. It's actually kerosene road flares.
oh wow.
In,
Okay.
In the old days, before they had an actual flare.
Okay. And then there's the cowhide on on the fenders and everything. This is just a very cool truck, man. I love seeing it, and the fact that you drive it on the road is just impressive. So again, man, thank you for showing us things.
Thanks for stopping
Beautiful.
by.
Down here at the World of Wheels, we have high-end customers. I have the owner here who has a beautiful Audi behind him. What have you done to this? It is totally custom. So what have you done to this car?
Well, we went throughout the whole car, and we've owned the car for about 10 years now.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, that's actually how I met her.
Oh wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, she wanted to buy a car, that was my key in, so we bought the car.
Beautiful.
So we went ahead, and she's into the tuner scene as well.
Yep.
We wanted to celebrate the 10 years of business, 10-year relationship, and just come out. We did a big competition at SEMA, which
Yep.
I'll show you later, and we wanted something for the shop. We went ahead, we took this Audi, we took it off the road, we did a full body wrap on it, full custom vinyling, custom hood. The hood had to be modified because we changed the front end over to the B6. This is a B5 model.
Okay.
The B6 is just a new addition, so it's a little bit different. Headlights, tail lights, and then we went ahead with a Memphis audio sound system. Almost 3,000 watts of power.
Wow.
Full custom wheels, custom braking system, everything. So
Very-
complete overhaul. Almost a 6-month project we did in less than 2 weeks.
6-month project. So how many people were working on this car?
Myself.
Just yourself.
Just myself. Yeah.
So
I
it's
had a couple of helpers at the shop, but ideally it was about 95% of myself.
That is insane, and it is a beautiful car. Engine-wise, what did you do? Anything engine-wise?
Engine-wise, we kind of held back a little this year. We just went with a basic cold air intake and a full exhaust, remix exhaust system.
Okay.
Next year we do plan on upgrading the engine with a full supercharger in it, and get this thing to move.
Yeah, no, well, it looks beautiful right now, and if it's a build that's going to be keep on going on, and it's a wrap, like you said. So what color is originally the car?
The original color of the car is gray.
Gray.
It's just a regular basic silver gray. And we liked it, but we wanted something to really bring it out.
Yeah.
Like I said, we just wanted to see what my potential was and how quick I can actually do something and
It
get
turned
it
around
accomplished.
in
Yep.
2 weeks. Wow. It's a beautiful. What is the wrap color? It looks like a pearl.
Yeah, it's a pearlescent. It's made by 3M.
Okay.
And it just a basic layover of it. It has a nice little depth to it. Has
Yeah.
multiple different shades of it.
Beautiful, man. And I see the in front of the grill, the Audi symbol lights up.
Yep. Yeah, we got 2 Audi symbols that light up.
Uh-huh.
You can't really see the back one just because it's off right now.
Yeah.
But when we step on the brake, the Audi symbol lights up red in the back and it's white in the front.
Oh,
It gives
very cool.
that newer image to it.
Very cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome. And now we'll take a look down at the other car that you just
Okay.
actually completed, the Mustang down there.
Yep.
So we'll take a walk down there. So it's a stock 5.0 Mustang 2013,
Yep.
and need a little bit more power out of it.
Yep.
What have you done to this car?
Well, we went ahead, we put on a bolt-on Vortex supercharger. We went ahead, cleaned it all up. We already had the Boss VO2 manifold on it, so we had to adapt everything to that. Then we also did a little bit of styling to it as well. We added 19-inch custom wheels, Brembo oversized brakes, so that way you can stop the car because if you're going a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
Everything was dyno tuned, and I believe it's hitting close to 600 horses now.
That is insane. I heard this thing going down the street. He's a local guy out of Waltham, and this thing sounds nasty going down the road. As far as exhaust, what did you put on it?
Well, it's got an aftermarket Roush exhaust system,
Okay.
full cat back along with BBK headers. So I mean, it definitely has the exhaust, and it's definitely going to attract the attention going down the street.
Yeah, and it has gotten a lot of attention at the display that you have here.
Yep.
And it is a beautiful car, and it's something that's brand new, and I know the owner, he's going to drive it a lot.
Yeah.
So, again, beautiful build on this car, and this is the type of work you do. Where are you out of?
I'm out of Malden, Mass. Maybe about 10 minutes away from Boston.
Yep.
Real easy to get to. I get cars from all over the United States, and we're upcoming this year.
That's cool, man. So check them out. If you ever see them at any of the car shows, you'll be at a lot of different car
Yeah,
shows.
we plan on going all out with Team ECR, and I think you're going to see a lot of us.
Excellent, man. Cool. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you a lot.
Appreciate it. I'm here down with John Buchanan, and he is the member of the MAAC. If you don't know what that is, he's going to tell you because it's something that's very important for Massachusetts.
Yeah, this is the Massachusetts Association of Auto Clubs. It's not an auto club, it's an association of clubs. Really, there are over 100 car clubs in Massachusetts, probably over 40,000 members.
Wow.
But we also have individual hobbyists who are not members of clubs that we want to join this organization. What we do is monitor legislation every year and actually attend the Joint Transportation Committee hearings at the State House when there's onerous legislation being heard, public hearings, and also legislation that we want, that we support, and we want to see get passed for the good of the hobby. And that's what we are. And we're looking for people who have cars, are enjoying the hobby, enjoying the benefits of the hobby, like
Right.
for instance, agreed value insurance is one of those benefits that MAC, along with an insurance company like Grundy, actually passed legislation that allowed it to be sold here in Massachusetts.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
So
That's nice.
help us.
Yeah. No, these are guys that are basically protecting the hobby from the government taking it away from
Owners?
us, basically.
Exactly.
Anything that's from exhaust systems. I know one of the big things was the exhaust systems.
Many of these cars are not able to drive 65 miles an hour, so upgrading the engines, upgrading the exhaust systems, upgrading the brakes,
Right. Yeah.
and putting on better lights and signaling
Yep.
is an important aspect of modifying an old car to make them run safely on the interstate highway system. Many of these cars were only designed to work on roads that were 35 miles an hour was the maximum speed
A long time ago. Yeah.
a long time ago.
So these guys are the ones that are protecting
Example,
us.
like this
yeah.
1937 Chevy.
37 Chevy with a Hemi.
It's got a late model Hemi engine in it, and it's got everything you need to drive comfortably across the country on an interstate highway,
Excellent.
safely.
Excellent. So do you want to give us a little information where we can find MAAC?
Yeah, MAC is actually got a website. It's called www.massautoclubs.org.
Okay.
And the Mass Auto Clubs is all one word.
All right. And usually you're in a lot of different shows. Are you usually down at Bass Pro and everything? Somewhere where you can get...
Well, MAC only displays here at the World of Wheels.
Okay.
We'd like to do other events. Bass Pro Shop would definitely, the cruise there,
Yeah.
run by my club, our club that I belong to,
Yep.
the Mass Cruisers Auto Club. Every Thursday, begins April 17th.
All right.
Go
Cool.
up on their website.
You'll be good. And so they can come down and see you down there and
Yep.
and check out.
Absolutely.
Again, check these guys out. They're fighting for us. Again, John, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Cool, man.
Searching every day and night, someone like you that I can never find. 'Cause I know you're the one I always wanna be with. I get so excited whenever I'm with you. Baby, you're the one, and no one's gonna take me from you.
I saw him on Facebook when I was checking out the World of Wheels, and I saw this green monster here. And just tell me a little bit about this beautiful Duster.
Well, it's a 1971 Duster. Started its life out as a Hertz rent-a-car, one of those hot cars that they put the crazy paint job on it with the slant six, the 6 cylinders, so they would look the part, but they wouldn't go the part.
Right, yeah.
So that's what this started off with. And I believe it was like either a theft recovery after 6 months of its life being on the road, and this car only has just under 5,000 miles on it.
from the 70s.
From the 70s. That's
Wow.
what it's sitting at right now.
Okay.
And then what happened is I believe it came to Bob Ranstrom and Dave Riley got together,
Yep.
and they basically built the Feather Duster, which was a 310 cubic inch small block 4-speed car. And they went and they set some records. They set some people to get really upset with them, and but they loved the sport, loved the racing, and the way it went. And then I think back in 1995, I came about with this car.
Right. Okay.
And the process began. And it turned out first day it was a 12-second car.
Yep.
The next weekend it was an 11-second car, and I got hooked after that.
Okay.
And we ran 11s for about 2 weeks. Then I found my niche in the 1050 range, and we ran that for a year. And then the nitrous bug came, and the speed came. This has been a transformation over time. But from 95 to 2002, this car was actually cruising the streets, racing.
Okay.
I mean, it was there. And when I had it back in, I would say 2000, it was an 853 to 855 running with a small block with about 325 horses of spray.
Wow.
But my head gaskets would only stand for probably like 25, 30 runs, and then we'd be pushing it.
So basically, you would constantly upkeeping the
Upkeep,
car.
yeah.
Now I see on the hood it says 632, but it's not a Mopar motor. You want to give a little bit of a secret? What is the engine?
The engine is an all aluminum 632 cubic inch Chevy big block.
Blasphemy! Oh, I didn't say that. No. 632 Chevy motor.
Yes.
And you said it's got a little bit more power in it. What's it?
Yes,
spray and everything?
it's also featured in a applied nitrous technologies pro fogger from Jeff Prock. It's got an LSM custom cam. It's got a lot of goodies and tricks in there. The cam will stay a secret, but the lift is well into the 9.
No kidding. So how much is this horsepower rated at?
1335.
Wow.
And then you spray.
Wow. So that's a lot of power behind this car.
You figure with the two kits, you're looking at 1640.
1640 out of this car.
Yes.
So it's something that really will go pretty quick down the mile.
Last year the car weighed 3210 with me in it, loaded, and we went on a diet.
Okay.
And
You or the car?
Both.
Oh, geez, here we go.
We went on a fiberglass diet. We changed the doors, the nose, the hood, the trunk. We just trying to get it a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
And I went on a diet. We went from 3210 to 2805 with me in it,
Wow.
fully loaded, nitrous, fuel, everything.
Jeez, that is insane.
But she's a 7-second player all day long. It should run. It can only run 750 because it has a 25-5 chassis. So I'll be the slow to middle of the pack top sportsman car, which will be fine by me. But this car is very important. The simple fact of one's the Feather Duster,
It's a historical car, yeah.
and two, it still carries all its factory flooring and its factory firewall. It carries that.
So nothing's been modified in that.
Nothing.
That is cool.
I have all the tube chassis under it, how they do it, and John from Tube Chassis Designs,
Okay.
and Hanson Mass always is the one that always takes care of any safety for the car.
That
And,
is neat. Wow.
and Ron Boulay from RHB Racing Engines in New Hampshire, he does my engines, and Ron Gregoire does all the transmissions. So
Very cool. Now, color-wise, what's on the exterior? It's a beautiful green.
Factory green. It's factory J6 green. It's called Sassy Grass, and they only had it out for Chrysler, I believe, 4 months in 1971.
Okay,
So it is actually a year correct color for my car.
Very cool.
And I actually saw this on the street once, this color, and it was on another Duster, and I had to have it. And I was just like, it's mine.
It is a beautiful color. Now about the stripes and everything, I see everything looks like it's airbrushed or.
Actually,
door handles,
okay,
or-
it's actually, these are all decals out.
Okay.
All the door handles, the lights, the Shark's Tooth grill is all airbrush sticker. So it's a computer generated sticker.
Right.
And it's a cleared sticker, so it's done.
Yeah.
The 632, I wanted to have, instead of you used to have the 340 stripes, I
Right, yeah.
wanted to represent it a little bit.
Yeah.
And but it was an easy thing. I surrounded myself with great people.
Yeah.
I use people that support the dragway.
Yeah.
And I use the people that support racing and those sportsman people, the most. And I shop around and try to get the best product and the people behind what I'm trying to do. So, there's no issues or anything like that. So
it's a beautiful car again, man. It was great, like actually seeing you online, Facebook, and then actually finally seeing the car in person, because it's on your Facebook page, and all of a sudden you see that green, and it just pops like you would not believe. So you run up a New England Dragway.
yes.
And taking it anywhere else this year?
Yeah, we're actually going to wind up going to Cecil County for the Yellow Bullet Nationals, and we're going to be going to we're going to South Georgia Motorsports Park for Lights Out 5. Not for the new. They just did Lights Out 5, so we're going for the new one in September. We were supposed to go to that one, but wife got sick, kid got sick, I got sick. It was one of those days.
One of those things, yeah.
But it's we got that. We want to go down to Maple Grove this year because she's been down there a lot, so I want to get back to it. We want a couple of the fast NMCA race star. We're going to go after them, but we're going to try to accumulate enough points for Top Sports and for New England Dragway to knock Fred Clark off the championship.
You're gunning for him. Now, since this is a historic car, has anybody that known it as a feather duster come and seen the car as it is now or recently?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Dave Riley, the actual the guy that actually put it together.
Oh, really? Okay,
yes,
so that's very cool.
He knows of the car. I got plenty of pictures, and the pictures that I showed you of my car, the Feather Duster, was his daughter-in-law, Kendra Riley.
Okay.
And her husband is Scott, which is Dave's son, and she basically contacted me through Facebook and said, hey, I got some old pictures. We became friends and showing back and forth, and a great family, great people. And he's one of the stock shareholders at New England Dragway, Dave Riley is. And just, I have to keep it this way. It's history.
It is.
It's a love. It's a love. This is what everybody calls as my first child, and I call it the son that I never had. I have two daughters.
Yep.
And it's funny is my 11-year-old, she races too.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, her car's in our show also. Her car is the little junior dragster that's sitting right over there. And she's actually sitting in it.
She's sitting in the dragster over there. That's pretty cool. See, it's a family affair, basically.
Yes.
You got this car, and then you got her running junior dragster. How's she doing in that?
She does well. She took off last year. She had differences of what she wanted to do, but now she wants to get back in it. The car was there, so there was no sense of getting rid of it. And plus, I have a 5-year-old that already wants in it.
So you're gonna have to share driving duties.
No, we have a second rail. Come on, you can't.
Wow, jeez. You want to talk a little bit about the little car or the drag?
Sure. Sure. The little car is actually a well-known car too. But whatever you want to do. But yeah.
All right.
This is it started life off as a 2000 half-scale dragster.
Yeah.
And Rafi Karagizian from Waltham, Mass. He owned it.
Okay.
And he had his daughter driving it, Olivia, a few years, and his son also races.
Yep.
And they wanted to match the chassis to one another, so I wound up picking this one up for my daughter. It used to be blue and all different graphics on it and stuff like that, and we went to the sinister black. But what we did was we had the car front half and we updated the whole front of it.
Okay.
We gave it all the new updated tricks that half-scale dragsters have to put out.
Yep.
So basically it's a 2000, but it's a 2013, all freshly updated. She was running 1290s. Literally, we had a ton of weight on the car. We just took out 140 pounds of lead. And we had weight bars everywhere on this car. And now the car it's a 10-second player, and it's not even maxed out yet. It starts life out as a 5-horsepower alcohol motor.
Okay.
A regular lawnmower motor, and you add some alcohol. You should get the head cut down a little bit, get some more compression into it. Like a little McQueen carb, and this has got an actual like a throttle stop for your actual to open up and open up so you don't go too far with a throttle.
Yeah.
So we can set it so we know the limits and it'll repeat every time pretty exactly.
Wow.
So it's pretty nice. It's a basic style car where we just have like an EGT watch in the motor. She doesn't need to see a tach, doesn't need to see anything. She just needs the on and off switches. With the big Borla muffler on it, and she rips through. She ran in 1270s when she was only supposed to go 1290s. Her first run down the track, she's blistering at 52 miles an hour.
Yeah.
This is a 65 mile an hour car right now, and she's going to be competing for Rookie of the Year this year.
Oh, jeez. Well,
So,
good luck.
and
for
I'm
that.
going to be
That's-
going for rookie with top sportsman
Uh-huh.
in the class, and it should be pretty interesting.
We'll probably see you up in New England Dragway sometime this soon.
definitely
Vinny, thank you again for
Thank
the
you
interview.
very much.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So these guys were at the World of Wheels last year, and you had a beautiful car then. You brought a truck this time. Tell me a little bit about this Ford.
It's a 1956 Ford F100. Used to be my daily driver when I lived in California.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty well-known truck. It was in a bunch of magazines. The guy that I worked for painted it, Alex Gambino.
Uh-huh.
Kind of was starting to show its wear, so I decided to redo it.
Oh, wow, okay.
Where'd
you start? I mean, that thing is a totally custom truck. So
it basically built, would have been easy to start with a new truck. I built a whole new chassis, redid all the sheet metal work, all the body work, stripped it down to bare steel.
Yeah.
It's basically, everything's brand new. Everything. It's got a full custom chassis under it, custom upper and lower tube control A-arms that we built in-house,
Yeah.
Custom stainless steel four-link. It's got a World Industries small block, about 450 horsepower.
Okay.
700R 4 overdrive training. It's all the
Okay.
bells and whistles.
Geez, so you get the good motor, tires. These look beautiful. They fit the truck beautifully.
The rims are Rocket racing wheels. They're Rocket Strikes. The tires themselves are Diamondback wide whites.
Okay.
They're actually modern radial tires that
Oh, no
look
kidding.
like
Okay,
bias
yeah,
by
they look like
tires.
yeah. Very cool.
I went with that. The whole idea was to get a super nice running, driving truck, but look like a very traditional custom.
And it does look traditional. Interior-wise, it's not. It looks exactly like the outside. Just absolutely nothing was left untouched.
No, we went through everything. It's got a custom Contour steering wheel.
Uh-huh.
It's got a polar bear fur headliner in it.
Yeah.
All tuck and roll with button tuck. The whole interior is all striped. It's got a little shrunken head in there just for a good measure. Yeah, we went through everything. I mean, the truck looks underneath as good as the top, and we just wanted every aspect of the truck to be 100% finished, done nice.
Yeah, and the bed of the truck. I've never seen anything really quite as unique as that.
Yeah, it's basically my daughter's changing table. No.
No, well, hey, there you go. It has functional and form
It
to
does. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted kind of a cool, different way to finish off the bed of the truck, so we did a nice tuck and roll job to match the interior. Just something a little bit different, but kind of that 60s vibe.
Yeah. Now, what caught me really was the flames. What did you do for the flames? This looks really cool.
The exterior of the truck is a new Cadillac color. It's called Black Diamond Metallic.
Okay.
The actual flames are black metal flake. I used Little Daddy Roth flake. They make a really good product. Did it all the flames in that black metal flake, then outlined it all in gold metallic pinstriping. The gold metal flake is the same thing. It's a prismatic flake, so it changes color.
That is beautiful. It is a beautiful car, a beautiful truck like you did last year. That was a beautiful car. This is a beautiful truck. And again, just to let everybody know that didn't see it last year, where you guys out of?
We're Wilson and Staley Custom Coach Works out of Athol, Massachusetts,
Okay.
down the other end of Route 2 in Western Mass.
Can't miss them. And again, we're probably going to go check out their shop this year. So I look forward to seeing you again soon. And again, beautiful truck, man. Thank you so
very
much.
much.
This is beautiful. Now you come to the World of Wheels and you got to see dragsters and hot rods and everything. Tell me a little bit about this. It looks like a crate Camaro.
It's a 2001 Harry Glass Camaro, carbon fiber composite, lightweight fiberglass body.
Okay.
The paint scheme is like a lizard monster trying to get out of the crate. This is a one-off. This is all airbrushed.
Oh, no kidding. That
This is
beautiful.
not a wrap.
Okay.
This entire car is an airbrush. This was actually done this way when I bought the car, and when I first got the car, before I saw it, I was going to paint it the way I wanted it. And when I got the car, I'm like, I can't do that because this is a piece of artwork.
That is a lot of hours. Yeah, that
This-
looks beautiful.
And from what I was told, it took two brothers, 2.5 weeks, 10 to 12 hours a day to do it.
Wow.
I understand that and I believe that. I have a son that has a degree in illustration from Ringling School of Art and Design, and this is what he does. And he's done a fair amount of work for me. And the amount of time that it takes him to do the cars, I can understand. And I'm like, that would be like burning a Picasso.
Pretty much. I mean, it is intense, all the detail that's been put into this paint job. It is just...
It is.
And it's not something you see. You know, you see a lot of regular colored cars, but to see a Camaro that looks like a crate, it's... But other than that, engine-wise, what's powering this?
This thing makes right around 3,000 horsepower. It's what we call a 2.5 Vini Sassy motor. It's the motor is built by Sassy Race Engines out of Ware, New Hampshire.
Okay.
It's the whole combination. This is their combination. They're just incredible people. We run a 3-speed Lanco transmission with a triple disc Crowler clutch setup that feeds it back into an 11-inch Mark Williams rear end with 410 gear ratio. This thing will suck up over 9 gallons of methanol in less than 5 seconds.
In one pass.
In one pass.
That is insane. So have you run it down the track yet?
With this particular combination, we have not.
Okay.
Last year, we ran several races, and because we have a 620 index, they don't want us running faster than 6.2 seconds.
Okay.
So we have to take a lot of horsepower out of the car. The car will run in the 5.8 second range at 250 miles an hour. And we will be running that this year in the NDRA up in Toronto, Canada in July and August.
Very cool. Do you go to New England Dragway at all?
We run New England Dragway. We run all of the East Coast Pro Comp races at New England Dragway. It's a great track, great facility. They treat us great. I strongly recommend anybody that wants to see some good 6-second racing to check the schedule there and look at it says Pro Comp on it. If it's Pro Comp, we got some bad cars that run up there from funny cars to altereds to dragsters.
That's beautiful, man. So you'll be up here this year with this car?
We will be running New England Dragway, I believe, at 6 major events.
Okay.
Our first race is on May 26th, which is Memorial Day weekend. We'll be running a nostalgia event. In our last big race up there, we'll be doing the Jet Cars Under the Stars, which is a big one.
Yeah, that is a big one.
And we are going to be doing the NHRA Hot Rod Reunion Nostalgia Racing up there. They have asked Pro Comp to race.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to be up there for that 3-day event. And the main thing is we put on a good show for the people. I do something out of the normal
Uh-oh, what is it?
My driver, I have a two-time NHRA Super Comp champion, is my driver, Dwayne Beers.
Yeah.
And I insist that he do two things in the burnout. Number one, he does at least an 8th mile burnout on the car.
Oh, geez.
Because that's what the fans come
Right,
to see.
yeah, yeah.
They want to see that John Force burnout. And number two, I need him to do that because I need him to get heat in the motor to make the horsepower.
So there is a need for that. Then there is a need.
Method, there is
There's
definitely a
man.
method to the madness.
So the monster needs to breathe, basically.
The monster needs heat to make power, because if you ever watch an alcohol funny car, when they back him up and they go to pull him up and they're spraying the blades.
Yeah.
We are spraying de-icer on the blades. It might be 100 degrees out there, but that de-icer is to keep those blades from freezing shut.
Wow.
Because methanol burns so cold, there will be literally almost an 1/8 of an inch of frost on the top of that blower.
Yeah.
And when we get done with the run, the top of the motor will be kind of wet with water.
Wow.
Because it melts all of the frost off the motor.
Now, see, that's something I never knew, and that's a cool little thing that you told me. So you learn something new every day. Again, man, thank you for showing this beautiful Camaro. And hopefully, if you get to check it out, they are local guys. Where are you out of?
We're out of Lebanon, New Hampshire.
Okay.
The car is based out of Ware, New Hampshire, but we're out of Lebanon, New Hampshire, and we're just a bunch of guys having a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, just like us. Thank you again for the interview. Beautiful car. So we saved one of the best for last, I'd like to say, because I met you just a couple of days ago on Facebook.
You did.
And I saw what you did as a tribute, not just for one car, but you had a whole bunch of things here. And we'll let you see them in a little bit. But first, tell me a little bit about the car.
Well, the car was my dad's car. He bought it in 1968. It was a leftover.
Okay.
And it got bought and sold several times.
Okay.
And I told him one of the last times it was gone that I was looking for the car. He says, son, the car's gone. And the car's never been gone.
Yeah.
So there he is driving down Route 12 in Lunenburg.
Yeah.
And he looks over and there's the car all hunched into the ground.
Really?
So that was 25 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I ended up buying the car back, and I had a daughter.
Yep.
So I had restored the car once, but only just quick paint job.
Yeah.
And as my daughter grew up, I told her she'd always get the car for her high school, 12th grade.
Yeah.
And so I sent the car out. She got older, and she played in the car.
Yep.
And she got older, and I sent the car out to be done for her 12th grade. And unfortunately, the guy that did it didn't do a very good job.
Oh, okay.
And he ended up wrecking the car and everything he did and all the money I spent to him.
Yeah.
I had to redo. I
Not good.
took it back.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's been from place to place, and finally I ended up doing it and getting it done at my own shop.
Yeah. So you do custom work now yourself?
I do mechanical repairs.
Okay.
And I had a body shop, and I brought my body guy back.
Okay.
And unfortunately, my daughter never got to see the car finished, and I only got it finished last year. My daughter passed away 5 years ago this July.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to hear that, man. I was like, that's kind of what got me into this whole story. I had to find you. Like I said, we were about ready to leave, and I said, I have to find this guy because it's such a great story. It's a tribute. All these things are a tribute to your daughter. And it's heartbreaking, but it's also a really cool story because you kind of turned it into a passion.
I did, and you know, one of the things that I've done is that rather than let it get me down, I turned it into something positive.
Okay.
And I do that by having motorcycle rides in memory of my daughter, Shauna, and I give money away to college students.
That's very cool, very cool. So you have a fund set up for
I
it?
do.
Okay,
I
tell us
do.
a little bit about that.
The Shauna Jean LaRasse Memorial Scholarship Fund. The biggest and the easiest way to get it is you come to my motorcycle rides. I have them every year in August.
Okay.
And you have to come to the ride to apply.
Oh, okay.
And you don't have to have a motorcycle. It's kids orientated.
Okay.
It's kid friendly. This will be my coming up my 5th year.
5th year for the
My
ride?
5th
Okay.
year. I had 485 motorcycles.
Wow.
The very first year. I have a very big following of people.
Okay.
And to do it, I couldn't do it without all my friends and my support team that I have that are there every step of the way.
Oh, something like that. It's a very, very cool support team. So you take bikes and everything. Car-wise, it is a beautiful car. I mean, this is just done all over.
Yeah.
It's a labor of love, obviously. Engine-wise, what have you done engine-wise?
It's got a 440 in it. When I sold the car, when my dad sold the car the last time, it had an HP motor, 440 HP, which is a high-performance motor. The guy who bought the car only wanted the motor.
Oh, yeah.
He
one
took,
of those.
yep. Well, he took the 440 that he had in his car out,
Yeah.
and he put it in here. So he says the car didn't run when I got it. It just doesn't run. Well, I got it to run, and I drove it for many years.
Yeah.
And then it smoked. So I just yanked the motor out, put another one in it,
Yeah.
and then I ended up having this one rebuilt for Shauna.
Okay.
And I was going to put it all together, and she still got a 500 horse motor sitting in there. But I tucked it all inside, you know, between the cams, the pistons, and, you know, the crank. All of that is just kind of hiding. So it looks like a stock motor, and it's really, really not.
Yeah, no, it does. It looks like something you just put a carburetor on and made it nice and clean, but it's got some power to it. And it is a big car. I'm not lying to you. This is a big, beautiful car. And it's straight. It's clean and straight.
It's really straight. To get these quarters as straight, it's really, really hard. And body guys have come and they look at this quarter, and, you know, it's not easy to get.
Acres and acres of flat paint, which is really beautiful car. Interior-wise, still stock interior, everything?
Nope, the interior, I had the carbon fiber material layered into the seats, and if you look and you go to the back half, I had her initials put in the back.
Yep.
And around the rear speaker, we tucked in the carbon fiber around the rear speaker, which still houses 2 small little speakers in it.
Yep. Oh wow.
And
okay. Cool. Nice.
I didn't want to cut apart the door panels for the door panels for speakers, so I hid them down inside the kick panels.
That's very cool, man. It is a beautiful car. It's a beautiful tribute. They brought a couple of more things here.
Did.
Which would you like to start first?
The car over there.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go check out that car right now. All right. So tell me a little bit about this car. It is cool.
This is a 1950s Tin Lizzie go-kart.
It's a go-kart, okay.
Most of the time, these Shriners are what runs these ones. But
Okay.
they run the new version that they actually have, you know, brakes and transmissions.
Okay.
And this does have a brake, but it's a hand brake.
Oh wow. Okay.
And-
So that's.
And it does have forwards and reverse. Well, I got the car, I built a drag car for a customer back in '95.
Yeah.
And all we did was do a quick paint job on it back then. And Shauna and I had shown the car, and it won a best of show.
Oh wow.
And in the top 10 also back in '96.
Okay.
So as she got older, she wanted to pay for her car insurance. So we ended up selling a go-kart to a buddy of mine who just put it in his garage, and it ended up that it got kind of wrecked.
Oh wow. Yeah. The whole rear end of this thing is off, and.
Yep. The spokes are really true wooden spokes, real wood.
Beautiful, yep.
But they were in bad shape.
Yep.
So I ended up having new ones made, and on one of the wheels,
Yep.
and then I ended up just staining them rather than going back to the all red wheels that they have in the picture.
Hey, it's a nice upgrade to them. I think they look beautiful.
And I changed on the front, which you can't see now, but on the front I had a butterfly pattern. Butterflies were Shauna's favorite things. I literally finished this car last week.
Oh wow! So this is a fresh restoration.
It's fresh paint. A
Yeah.
week, 2 weeks at the most with the paint.
That is cool. Inspection sticker. Is that just there? Just
No, that was on the original windshield back in '96 when Shauna was driving the go-kart.
Oh, okay.
So I saved it and I just kind of put it back on there for prosperity.
Yeah.
And inside, any car people know about the want advertiser.
Yeah.
Okay, which inside here were original want advertiser sticker magnets.
Yeah.
That are nowhere longer in existence.
Can't find those. Yeah, the
Can't
want.
find them. And they were still all in the car.
Uh-huh.
And I got it back along with her dash plaque.
That's cool. So you were able to keep that.
I kept that. Had her logo embedded into the seat.
Yep.
So that and on here.
Yep.
You pull it back, you go reverse.
Oh wow.
You push it forwards, and it goes.
Yep.
And then you've got the handbrake.
Oh,
which
wow.
is only rubs on the tire.
Wow. Okay. I see. Oh, there it is.
And
Yeah.
that's it. And that's
That's
how you,
your brake.
That's your brake.
A beautiful restoration, man. And again, another tribute to your daughter.
Another one, and I'll never get rid of the red car.
Yeah.
I'll never get rid of the go-kart.
Which is just cool.
Just because
It's part
like
of you.
It's her. It's part of me.
Part of you. Yeah. Very cool. Again. And then now, we'll go back to one of the things I think you need for the bike ride is the motorcycle.
The bike.
So the last thing you got for the bike ride is the motorcycle. Tell us a little bit of the history of this.
The bike I had bought just a year ago, and it's a 2003 Night Train,
Okay.
which is a 100-year anniversary bike. Most people don't take them apart.
You did. It looks
because
like
it's a 100-year bike, so you wouldn't want to take them apart. So rather than me junking all the sheet metal on it, I ended up taking off, bought new sheet metal. And a friend of mine, Joe Deptula, did the black paint work on it, and Pete Patauskas did the custom paint. Now, I wanted a bike that, I call it the little sport bike. I had a 2000 Road King. My visions were to have just blue flames, okay?
Yeah.
And I just wanted a little, my own personalized bike, and that was it. Well, when I got back, and I didn't see it, the paintwork until the day of my ride, which at 12:30 in the morning, the day of my ride, they were putting it together.
Oh, wow.
I hadn't seen any of it.
Yeah.
On the front fenders, my daughter's favorite thing was holding a peace sign.
Yeah.
So she did that. Pete had put that in there. Along the things, my daughter's favorite things were butterflies. So they incorporated a couple butterflies in the tops of the tanks, fluttering down.
Yeah.
Remember the carbon fiber interior pieces? The guy Howard, a friend of mine, did this little pouch.
Yep.
So that when I go riding, I have a picture that I take. And we'll talk about the picture later. But the picture goes inside here, and off it, she can stare at me while I ride.
That's very cool, man. That's awesome.
On the back of the fender here is a picture that one of my friends had made out of a pencil drawing.
Uh-huh.
Well, Pete brought it to life with color.
Wow.
And
That
I
is
didn't know
beautiful.
that. And on the back of it is Shauna's sight stone, where
No
she,
kidding.
what I have laid down, it's an Italian marble stone. And everything, graphics that you see in here are all Shauna's tattoos.
Wow.
All around the outer edges.
So she had flowers
So
and
she had
Wow.
flowers, her name, her S. She had stars on either side, the word independent. I did add in the motorcycle. And to see it real close up, you got to really kind of see some of that artwork.
Yeah. My goodness.
Again, the peace sign and the initials, which I'll tell you about the initials, SJL initials. I have 850 bumper stickers out there.
Wow.
And they're on cars, bikes, they're on boats, they're on everything. The same initials that are on the back of the car and what's up inside the hood.
Yep.
And I'm going to show you the angel. If you look in the paint, there's the angel's head, and there's her wings.
Oh, wow. I would never have seen that. That is cool.
And
We're going to definitely get a close-up of all this bike. This is just a beautiful, beautiful bike. Again, another beautiful tribute to her. Everything is just absolutely stunning. All three. And then you got the last thing, which is win this bike. Well, he's sitting down. We'll kneel down next to him and we'll talk about this. This is the bike that you could win. And can you tell us a little bit about the bike and how you can win it?
This is a 70s Healy bike, Healy trike.
Right.
And I bought it and I redid this paint job on it. It had just really flat red paint and everything was really rusted. I took a set of regular Harley handlebars, sliced them apart, put them up in here, used handlebars. It's a used bike,
Yeah.
Make it look better. And it's got a 9-horse motor. Runs off a centrifugal clutch, which goes probably close to about 40 miles an hour.
Right, that'll make this little trike go pretty quickly, yeah.
And it goes.
Yeah.
And these levers over here, which it's a left and a right brake. So you hit them together, it stops straight. If you hit it one way, you can spin it around.
Wow.
and do a little donut.
Little donuts and everything. That is very cool.
And how you win this bike is that under ShaunaLaRasa.com, there's information that you can just email me. I'll mail you out a ticket. 1 ticket for $5 or 5 tickets for $20.
Okay, and is this going to be raffled off during your ride?
Yeah, it's going to be raffled off August 23rd at Shauna's Motorcycle Ride, which is in Marlboro.
Not too far from where I am. I think I'll be able to make it out there.
And again, my biggest thing that I stress to people is that it's not just bikers.
Yeah.
It's kid friendly. I have little gifts that I give to the kids, and they're really, really happy. There's no nudity and nothing.
So yeah, it's something that's for the family, and it's
for families. And I have a great meal that we serve up, not just hamburgers and hot dogs.
Which aren't too bad, but I mean, hey,
They're not bad, but I step it up a notch, and I always want something just better than than your normal.
That is cool, man. I mean, that's just insane. Well, you got the Plymouth, you got the bikes, you got the trikes. And now, just once again, just to let everybody know, the ride is on?
It's on August 23rd this year at the Marlboro Moose, 67 Fitchburg Street in Marlboro, Mass, which is right at 495, Route 290, Route 85.
That's not too far. That's pretty easy to get to.
And it's real simple to get to. It's a 45-mile ride. We leave the Moose, kickstands up at 11. We're back by 12:30, quarter of 1 for chow and music.
Beautiful, man. Now, online stuff, where can we find you online?
www.ShaunaLaRasa.com.
Easy enough, man. Again, thank you so much for showing these beautiful, beautiful tributes to your daughter. Thank you so much.